This is No Money Mo Money. This tiny potato's been on an adventure to experience everything on the Final Fantasy XIV free trial. But after a night of betrayal and loss, there's only one path left to continue his adventures. A path that will take him I figured it might be a good time to unlock a few more gold saucer things I haven't unlocked at all, so that I could do the weeklies for them. Most specifically, Lord of Verminion and Mahjong as well. Now, Lord of Verminion is not going to be all that difficult because there's a fairly early on one of the tutorial missions for Lord of Verminion that you can kind of bum rush with a really strong minion really quickly, and that'll help you to knock out the 5 each week that you need to do. Mahjong, on the other hand, I've never played it and I don't know anything about it, so this is going to be an interesting week, isn't it? Sort of League of Legends-esque laning type stuff, but no heroes, just minions. And it's made up of the minions that you've actually collected throughout the game, each one having different stats. So they also will have strengths, which makes them effective against certain things that you're sending them out to destroy, and those can be useful to a degree, but realistically, one of the most important things is just to have a very high attack unit and a very high defense unit that hopefully are not super slow. I'll probably primarily use these two, and then maybe a bit of this one if I really feel like it, but I think 5 points less defense but much higher speed and a very strong special action are gonna outperform the Demon Brick in general. And again, these are all just sort of gimmicky things that I'm not sure I'll want to use, but the gimmicks might be useful here or there. Alright, let's do this. Verminion Challenge. Stage 1 Tutorial. Command your minions and conquer your enemies. So it's sort of like a very simple, almost League of Legends-esque type of thing, where you're sending out units in lanes to hit towers, right? There it is there, and then these are the lanes. It'd be great if I could see that. There's my summoning capacity. There's the lanes. Wayward Hatchling has volunteered its services to help demonstrate minion movement. Select them once more and send them to against your foes. Fight them! Huzzah, they're fighting now. Good for them, I guess. So these are my 3 Arcana Stones, enemies' 3 Arcana Stones. Whoever destroys the 3 Arcana Stones first wins. Or you could try taking out gates, you could try taking out search eyes, you could try taking out shields, but why waste your time doing that when you can just rush down their Arcana Stones and destroy them with your strongest attackers for the most part. It's capable of executing a special action when used to good effect that can help turn the tide of battle. A weakness to critters. Not that it matters, the behemoth was almost dead already. To restore the HP, send the unit back to your gate. Another thing you will almost never do. Better to just keep pumping out units from your gates as fast as you can and still sustain in your capacity, and just sort of keep sending them out to fight rather than bring the damaged ones home. Gates have yet another useful function, teleportation. Minions inside a gate area can be transported to another gate instantaneously. That, on the other hand, is sometimes useful, but not often. Because the gates are so far back away from the action, by the time you've taken a minion out of battle into the gate, teleported it over to another gate, and moved it out to fight again, it's like, why didn't you just send them walking? You just keep sending units out to destroy the enemy Arcana Stones and just overwhelm. Massive offense tends to be a really good way to run 99% of Lord of Verminion matches, because just overwhelm the enemy before they overwhelm you kind of thing. Boop. Shatter it completely and it's done. Shields protect Arcana Stones. Search eyes reveal the location of enemy minions. So if you damage the search eye, it prevents them from seeing your minions until they're within proximity of one of their units. Gates are summoning areas, so you destroy them, and for a while they can't summon from that gate. But that handles the first challenge. Here we go. Immediately send them out to fight. And I will send more out to fight as they spawn. And see, I can head down and start fighting them too if I really want to. They're actually doing a pretty good amount of damage there. See, there's one enemy Arcana Stone down now. I could beat up these dudes, too. I can even chase them down to my stone if I feel like it. And there goes the second stone. Like, I'm doing a little more back and forth with them than I really think I need to, but that's because I haven't played Lord of Verminion in a very long time. So I can't remember just how protective I need to be and how much I can just let it go. Okay, and that covers that. We are done here. I'm not even going to bother stopping those mammoths. It doesn't matter. Just blast them. Again. Like, it doesn't matter. There are enemies already dead. Round 4, and I believe this is the one that you use if you want to do it as quick as possible. If you just want to hit your 5 weekly Lord of Verminion plays, this is the one everyone says to do. Right? Because you basically just, you build up your minions, you bum rush the frickin' Gooboo, and you just hit it with everything you've got all at once. I really wish you could set rallies, that'd be great. If I could set rally points on my gates and be like, everything that spawns here, go to this rally point as soon as you spawn, would be amazing. See, this is what they're talking about. You just rush down the Gooboo and you damage him as fast and as hard as you can and destroy him. And done! Like, there you go. The overall match length was 1.5 minutes, and that was actually slower than a lot of people can do once you optimize everything right and have the best units you can and all that sort of stuff. You can really just rush down the Gooboo and destroy it in like seconds. Like 30 seconds to a minute every time. You just do that 5 times in a week and you're done. But for this first week, since I only have one more match left, instead of just doing that one again, I'll go ahead and do the 5th tutorial. This is the thing, is it's kind of difficult for the enemy to take down all of your crystals because you could sort of focus your defense on a single crystal when push comes to shove. Instead of sending units out to defend their only crystal left, they're sending units out to try and attack mine that's fully defended. So it's basically worthless to them. I definitely need a lesson before starting even at the novice table because they expect you to know what you're doing. Yes, so properly melding is having a straight or a triplet. I will keep the hint system on for my first play because of sort of how little I really know about the game and how exactly it's being played, but I will try to play my way, even though the hint system's going to be right there. It's going to be difficult for me not to at least see what the hints are and it to influence me in some way, but like I'm going to try and at least like read my deck and read the table before I follow whatever the hint is so that I can figure it out. Draw. Run. Oh, he called Ron. So I've got a triple here. Sumo. Wait, Ricci. 5, 6, 7, that's a triple. 2, 3, 4, that's a triple. 4, 5, 6, that's a triple. There's my double, so all I need is a 5. Okay, so all I need is a 4 of dots or a 7 of dots, and I can declare victory. So I can declare Ricci right now. Get rid of that bamboo that's worthless to me. Ron. Oh my god! I declared Ricci and Spriggan immediately discarded the tile I needed. Wow, that was like pure luck. I win! The Dora was a 2? Okay, I didn't have that. Can't believe I have like 4 more games of this, I think. This idea of like 8 games is insane to me. I really wish there was just like a one-off Mahjong, right? I wish you could complete Mahjong by just being like, let's play one hand and be done. Like, Spriggan is so far ahead, it doesn't matter. No matter if I could win every single hand from this point on, I'm still gonna lose. Yeah, I am one card. I am one tile away. And discard one of these 7s, but that's risky. He won off of me. Damn it! I declared Ricci, and the other guy with Ricci instantly won off of me. This is the novice table. The game aggressively made me lose every single round. Whether I followed the hints or not, I was always the loser on this table every single time. You can only quick Mahjong when you're playing other players, which I don't care about. Nobody cares about. The odds that I'm going to get other players within like 5 hours of queuing up for this are unlikely. No one plays Mahjong. At least with a quick match, you only have to play 4 hands. I wish there was a version where you only played 1 hand. See, it has to be player matches too, that's the thing. I learned how to play Mahjong, roughly. I'm not a very good player, and I've forgotten some of the rules already, but I have a basic idea. So I know how to do it now, and it's unlocked now, and I can do it if I really want to, but I don't think I'm going to bother to do that challenge log. Mahjong rating of 1800, 2000. Oh god, so you actually have to win at ranked. Oh my god! Literally telling you, yeah, you want to do this achievement, you have to somehow be victorious against other players at a thing you never touch, and they're like default definitely better players than you at that. A rating of 2000 in Mahjong? I don't even know how hard that is to do, and I already hate that achievement. Yeah, that'll wrap it up for the off-stream stuff this week. It is Nerd Day today. Today is the Scholar quests for Heaven's Word. So we're going to be going and becoming a big ol' nerd, becoming a Master Strategist, level 60 Master Strategist at least. One by one began to grow ill again and then grotesque. It transformed us into Tomberries has returned. No doubt. 1500 years past, powerful magics were used to seal us in the palace alongside the sickness. Summon us. What are we supposed to do then? Seal the worst afflicted within a section of the palace. There they will slumber once more. Promises bounce. My people created keystones to focus and disperse ether. Okay, so I have to go track down the keystones. Hard out on a guardian of death. Get blasted. Oh wow, he has more. He has more health than I thought he would. It's a little late to use chain stratagem, but I didn't realize it would take more than like 3 hits to kill this guy. I didn't expect him to actually have decent stats. Hooray, I made the watermelon happy. It was a pitched battle, I tell you. The keystone was in the clutches of an Urignite. Ill-tempered one at that. Location of the Grand Keystone. It lies in the ruins to the east. Could not contain his curiosity. Even now he's combing through the ruins. See that he comes to no harm. Yep. We often left guardians to watch our most precious assets. Told Akazuko this, but he firmly believes the enchantments have worn thin. Which is dumb. You shouldn't just assume that. Hey, what do you know? I assume. I like that the Nymian Golem has green eyes and cat ears. Like, what the heck? It's passive. It's time to put a piece of it to rest. I love that Alka is terrible at avoiding AoEs. Alka's literally just standing in them. How worthless can you get? He may get the Soul Crystal up before we kill him here. There we go. He still died to my dot, even with his soul stone up. That's great. The team we made. Stand against Scholar and Marauder. With this, I can cast a sealing enchantment over those of my people suffering most. Yep. Time you learned a new spell for giving succor to your comrades in arms, except it wouldn't. Indomitability. This was the sole province of high-ranking scholars. May it serve you well henceforth. Again, it really won't. Like, For the story, I mean. It'll work great in dungeons and with allies and stuff like that. It's wonderful to have indomitability. But for the story, probably won't even target my green allies. Like, my NPC allies probably won't even be targetable by indomitability because it's an AoE. Boom! Nymian military tactics. Big AoE lustrate. They would have perished but for the Lalafellan tribe that lived there. These natives nursed the traders back to health and helped mend the ship. Even sent our men home with an amphora etched with ornate designs, a gift of friendship. The amphora. Jason tuned to horror. The traders began to grow ill, for the sickness was upon them. They transformed the rest, you know. It's just the traders contracted the disease on the isle. The voyage home must have been, or not. Not the men who bore the disease. Then what? Or who or what? The amphora, obviously. It's placed on display in the royal halls for all to see. If only I had considered it a possible source. Yeah, it's kind of weird that you didn't. Like, Cerrito Corrido is supposed to be a pretty brilliant scholar, and yet sailors come home with a gift, and the sailors get ill, and in all of the time he spent researching and never found a way to figure out, like, where the disease came from or a cure for it, he never once considered maybe it wasn't the sailors, maybe it was the gift. Like, that would be one of the first things I would have thought of. I would have checked the sailors, thinking, maybe they caught something out at sea. I also would have checked anything they brought back with them. Vitoso adherent. It is an honest to God's miracle. It occurs to me now that we should handle it with a bit more care, assuming it can turn us into tomberries. Didn't think about that, did you, idiots? Voidsent, that's what attempted to stop you from taking the amphora. They're drawn to the magics of their own kind, which means a Voidsent of some strength was likely sealed herein. Here, a binding sigil cut into the bottom. I forgot just how stupid the Heaven's Word Scholar quest lines made the scholars appear. Like, a disease breaks out, they didn't bother to check the thing the sailors brought back with them. They didn't bother to investigate the thing the sailors brought back with them when they first arrived to notice there was a binding sigil carved into the bottom of it. Like, how stupid were you? So now I get a worthless skill and trait, because I've already got better. And we move on to the next quest. Require all my skill to track the Voidsent. Time besides. You cannot afford to be defeated once I have found it. I have requested the aid of an old companion. Aha! Tiny watermelon marine. Realm's gone to shite if these sorry specimens are all the Royal Marines have got. They'll march like proper soldiers when I'm done, and my name isn't Halga Tolga. Forgot the tiny little tomberry with the friggin' metal helmet and the axe instead of the knife. Ever worn glasses into battle, boy? Yes, I have. I had a lot like you in the war. More use dead than alive. Having their corpses piled high around us kept us safer than their damn magics ever did. First the creed. To victory, come hells or high water. We're finally at come hells or high water. Scholars, abandon mammal jaw sells swords. Walk up to them with a great stupid grin and laugh in the leader's face. Y'all are worthless little lizards. Stupid geckos. Come on, give me your best shot. Yeah, I'm gonna end up pulling all these extra ones that are just nearby. That's okay, just do it. They're pretty weak anyway. They'll die even faster than the ones I'm attacking. Any more? Or useful as well, but I can see her in person, but I must continue my training as well as look after the new recruits, yep. I love that the Marauders from the earlier quest just decided to join too and become Nymian Marines. To victory, come hells or high water! I'm indeed read of Voidsent able to perfectly conceal their form. The tome on the subject, Unseen was the title, paid to the 5th Astral Era. Fortunately, it's no longer part of our collection. A member of the guild borrowed it for his research expedition, a project which was to last some few moons. However, that was 5 years ago, and he's not been heard from since. Oh, great! Trace his journey as far as Falcon's Nest. Maybe someone there can point you towards where he ventured next. That's right, he stayed here for a time before taking the North Star downriver, which is one among many sunk by the fearsome primal's rampage during the calamity. Like if you made it to shore, were then eaten by Vileken. Well, the boat ran aground and hasn't moved since the river froze over. You may wish to search the wreck yourself. Things have all seen better days, but here's the book, and the writing is still legible. Take time and patience, but I'm hopeful its secrets will allow us to snare our invisible Voidsent. We're definitely starting to get close. Forward, the Royal Marines. Yeah, this is it. This is the last one. I get the gear coffer and dissipation. Ooh! I can eat my fairy after this mission. Nice. A tasty, tasty fairy snack. Well, there he is. Now everybody's like, oh no! Run away, idiots! For Libza, for the Tallberries, and for glory! Attack! No, it's come hells or high... There it is! Come hells or high water! There it is! Here we go. Hey, Tomberry Marines are here to help. Everybody just got hit with Void Blood. There he goes. Back is trying to infect us. No, you don't. Now, yep. Purify it. Not my fairy. The fairies are so much more interesting in cutscene than they are in gameplay, where they're basically just like a stationary regen effect. Right? Like, in cutscenes, the fairies are so much more interesting. The horror visited about my people. And no one else will share our fate. Yep, we got rid of the Voidsent. That didn't cure your people, but hey, it's a start. Gratitude as well. Good to see proper Royal Marines at it again. Oh, man. Torch is passed to you. May the Royal Marines evermore defend the people. There's like one squad of Royal Marines that exists in the entire universe for like evermore. I don't know that they ever go on to teach Nymian Marine job to like anyone else in the future, Alka and the others. Move! Yep, that's it for those Heavensward Scholars. Flying Colors 2. Does that one have a title? Nymian Marine. Anyway, that'll be it for the Nymian Marines and the Scholar Heavensward quests, at least.